Hi, thank you for joining our webinar today. My name is Brandy Courtney. I'm the certification trainer here at Mobile Smith, and today we're going to talk about search and filter in our REST AppBlock. This is a newer feature that was just added back in April during our 4.7 release. It's a pretty simple process. It's very similar to the REST process that you're used to going through to create the your app canvases. So today I'm going to just give you a quick walkthrough on how it's done and show you how it's going to perform on the device. So first thing you want to do is you want to add a page. And you'll notice up here for the choose page layout we have search and filter. So you just click on that and hit continue in the wizard. You're going to notice they're doing a page name for results layout. So you want to make sure that you label the pages accordingly. So first, I'm going to go to my search layout, and I'm going to type in search form. And for display name, I'm going to put in our doctors, because this particular one is a doctor's. Page name, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to put in results form. And then I'm going to, for my display name, put in results. From here, I can click Save and Continue. And just like our other pages in the wizard, you're going to have a REST URL specifically just for search. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put mine in. I'm going to paste this in here. And I'm going to click on Check for Variables. In your search URL, you are going to have your variables present. So for this one, I've got F name and L name. F name is for first name, L name is for last. And then you want to choose if it's for search, filter, or variable. These are for search. So I'm going to click on these. And next you want to add in a sample value. For this one I have doctors, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter the name of one of the doctors. And then I can click send down here at the bottom, and I should get a request that this has succeeded. After this I can click save and continue. Oops. Select parent node so that we can figure out, we can see our folders, all the data that's going to be in here. And I'm going to click Save and Continue again, and it's going to bring me to data mapping. So for search and filter, your search form is going to be limited to first name and last name, but your results form is going to look a lot like your list view. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose to map my data points for last name, so I'm going to use short text here. I'm going to choose first name, short text here. I also want to be able to map this data when I start configuring the canvas. So I am also going to choose physician name. I want a title type, so I'm going to, and I want my departments. And I'm going to choose long text here. Once I've finished my data mapping, I can click on Save and Continue. It's going to bring up the available features. So when I get my results form, it's very similar to a list view. A lot of the features for tap to map, tap to email are not available here, so I'm just going to glaze on past these. It does ask if you want to do pagination. I'm going to choose no thanks here, and just click on Save and Continue. And you're going to review your wizard to make sure you've gone through all the steps and click on Finish. Here at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see the search and results form. As you can see, they're already connected. So when you search, it's automatically going to bring you to your results form. So from here, we can come in and we can create our canvas. So on the toolbox, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to drag and drop over first name. And this is an input field. So I'm going to make this look a little bit more like a form. You can format this any way that you want. So I'm going to put in here first name. I'm going to choose an alpha keyboard, and you can mark if you want field required. And then same with last name, I'm going to drag and drop this over. The specific URL that I'm using actually allows me to search by first or last name. So if I wanted to put in 2 names here, I can. The way that your REST URL will determine how you're able to search. So I'm just going to put in here real quick, just a little box saying, search for, search doctor by last name, by the first or last name. So this right here is our search screen. Once you've gone in and you've finished this, you want to go back to your toolbox, and under actions, there are a few actions here. You can choose to cancel. If you're not happy with it, you can just click on cancel and it'll back you out. But in order to actually get to your results screen, you need to be able to get your results. So I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to drag and drop get results down here at the bottom. And I'm going to change my display text here to get results. And I'm just going to, because I put this down on the canvas, I'm going to just design it just a little bit. If you want to put this up in the nav bar, you can. But I wanted to make this one a little pretty. So now I have finished my actual search form. I can go over here to my results form. Your results form, like I said, is a lot like your list view. What I'm going to do in here is I'm just going to set up my form, and I am going to put in my information. So I have a physician name. Drag and drop over here. I'm going to make this look very similar to the list view that I already have, just so I kind of have it looking a little bit seamless. I'm going to drag and drop over our title type. And I'm also going to bring over the department. And if in the event that you want to add anything additional, so like here, I actually think it would look nice to have a photo in here. I'm going to go back into my data mapping real fast to grab a photo. And at this point, I have completed just formatting my search form and my results form. Now, from here, you want to actually make sure that you have your results form mapped. Your search is already pointing your results. Results you can point where you want. So if you want them to go straight to a button on your home screen, you can. Or if you want it to go straight to a detail view, you can. So for this one, I'm actually going to point this REST results screen over to our detail view. And then it's going to come up by, I'm going to choose my variable to be my doctor ID. So when I click on this, it's going to go straight to a detail view. So at this point, I've got all my REST app block completely mapped. Now I need a way to get to it. I'm going to go back to my home canvas, and I'm actually going to point the REST app block to this to the button over here called Our Doctors. And then I'm going to select a page. So the page I'm going to choose is search form, so that when someone taps on the button, it's going to go straight to the search, and you can search by doctor. So that is pretty much how to go in and create your REST form. When you're finished, you can click on Send Yourself a Test App. And when you get it, you can download it to your phone. The finished So I can come in here and I can choose to search for doctor by first name, doctor by last name, and whatever I put in here, when I hit get results, it's going to bring up anyone that I choose as far as what I put in for my results. So if I don't have anyone there named Steve and I decide, okay, well, there's not Steve, I want a Brian, I can go ahead and type in that name and it's going to bring up anyone that falls within that criteria. So that is how to do search and filter in REST. Are there any questions?
All right, so we've got a question coming in. In this instance, it looks like you searched just by the doctor. Can you set up search to search by multiple criteria, like doctor and location, for example, or any combination of criteria?
Yes, you can actually. A lot of it's going to depend on how your REST call is actually set up. If you put the search criteria in your variables as search by, in this case, we had several criteria. So we had search by first name, search by last name. You could also search by department and location if you wanted to. It just has to be in your REST call.
So in that instance, if you have those 4 variables, somebody could type in, for instance, Brian, and this doctor would come up, or internal medicine, and the doctor would come up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can you set up REST calls that are like a search, where when you see people shopping on the stores, and if you like these shoes, you'll like these other items?
That I'm not really sure about at this point. I think there's some items on that are going to be coming in the future as far as enhancements, but this is what we do have today. All right, it looks like we don't have any more questions coming in. So for as far as search and filter for REST, wait a second.
I'm sorry, one more. Can you utilize tap to call?
You can utilize tap to call on the detail page in REST. You cannot do it in search and filter because, like I said, your search form is like an input page. Your results form is like a list view. So you can put it on there and see it, but you wouldn't be able to use the function. All right, got any more questions? All right, well, that looks like we've wrapped up with the questions today. So we've got another webinar coming up on June 22nd for the certification training overview. I will be leading that one as well. If you have any questions or would like to go back and watch this webinar or any of our previous webinars, you can go to www.youtube.com/mobilesmith, and you can watch all of these, all the webinars that we have on there on how to use the platform. Thank you for your time. You guys have a good day.